Going on, y'all? It's Mike here with Unrivaled Multimedia. I have Shane, the owner of Epic Gaming Lounge. Today we are here at EGL Dallas 10K. Shane, how do you think the event went?
I think it was epic, actually. Not to no pun intended.
No pun intended.
No, it was a fantastic event. I mean, we had a lot of pro players. We had a huge turnout. We had a lot of spectators. People were really excited about the event. I had a blast, and I can't wait for the next one, to be honest. So, yeah, it was definitely a trip and a great learning experience, to be honest. This is our first major, and that's really what everyone's turning it into, is that, you know, it's a major event. We had pro players from all over the U.S., some international. So, yeah, I feel very honored that we had that many professional players come out and play. So super excited, had a lot of fun, and now it's time to wrap up and plan out the next one. So
yeah, it's very well event. You had people from Yomi Gaming, Critical Reaction, Sonic Fox was here. So out of this whole planning for the event, what was maybe the hardest part or the most challenging thing about putting it all together?
Yeah, definitely. So I would probably say picking the games was pretty easy. Organizing the who, what, when, and where was a bit of a challenge. You know, it was awesome working with Verizon Fios, and they helped us a lot along the way, especially with the setup and teardown and the volunteer support. It was phenomenal. But the hardest thing is just, you know, overcoming the little technical bugs here and there that, you know, running your first time event, you know, things happen that you can't really necessarily plan for because you've never done it before. So that was probably the hardest thing. You know, Friday was a little rough. You know, some things, you know, something arrives late or not on time. You know, you kind of have to go with the flow and kind of figure out workarounds to fix it. So just little micro things like that. But otherwise, there was not really a big hitch or something I was like, man, that was really horrible or devastating. Because honestly, everyone's like, oh man, this event ran so smooth, and I was like, oh really? That's great. You know, so exactly. So you know, the behind the scenes, I feel really honored because I'm really happy that no one, you know, said anything about any hitches. You know, they thought it was smooth, and it came off as smooth, which is great for me to hear. You know, because me behind the scenes, I was like, oh man, you know, hopefully everything's coming out according to plan and things are going good, and you know, everyone's reactions were fantastic. So, and you know, just little things here and there. So.
Okay, yeah. Now, I know you've been running around like a madman this whole weekend. From the gameplay you got to see, did you have like a game or maybe a match or maybe a moment that you just was like, you know what, that was amazing?
Well, I think the biggest one that everyone saw was the match of the MKX or Mortal Kombat 10 finals that Sonic Fox, you know, Evo winner, coming first at the ESL leagues and everything. He didn't made it out of. He lost in the finals. Yeah, so yeah, he got third, which was, and then his teammate Woon Cowboy, won the whole thing. It won the whole thing. So like no one expected that, and that was just huge. It was a huge upset. You know, since everyone expects that type of player to win no matter what. Yeah. So when, you know, it's actually really cool for us. Like I feel bad for him because he came in third, but third is still, you know, awesome out of 100 and something entrants. Yeah. But you know, it's great that it happened at my event because that's just, you know, it's a really cool moment that we get to share with everybody. It was just something that was mind blowing, and you know, that was a lot of fun. That was really cool. I mean, everyone's reaction, just everyone went nuts. It's already on YouTube, you know. So yeah, it's already on YouTube. So you know, and we have the gameplay footage, and we're gonna be putting that on YouTube too. And it's just the reaction videos are insane. So yeah, we had like 4,500 people watching that match too, I think, on Twitch. So that was really cool, and seeing the everyone talking about it, just losing their minds. So that'd probably be my highlight for the weekend. So.
Okay, yeah, that was a pretty epic moment. Now, before we get out of here, I've asked this question to a lot of people. I asked it to Woon Cowboy, Sonic Fox. Are you a pancake or a waffle man?
You know, I love waffles. I'm not gonna lie. And you know what's really cool about Texas is that every hotel you go to always has a Texas waffle. Yeah. And I have to eat it. No matter where I go, I'm like, oh man, I gotta get me a Texas waffle. So yeah, definitely a waffle guy.
Thank you. Because everybody else I asked has said pancake, and I was like, am I the? Yeah, I've asked 3 other people, and they've all said pancake. But I want to thank you, man. Go ahead if you want to plug your YouTube, your Twitch channel.
Yeah, so you can always check out epicgaminglounge.com for all of our events, our Facebook page or our Twitter. It's at EpicGL. My personal one is EGL_Shane. So you can always grab that as well. And yeah, just come and hang out at the lounge whenever you're free. So.
Okay. All right, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
No problem.